First thing that you would do is you'd look at remember present state, desired state and outcome. So your present state of mind at the moment in regards to the dance exam, how do you feel?
Worried when just before I go into the exam, I'm nervous, and then as soon as I take hold of the dance teacher, I'm blank.
Okay.
It just disappears.
Okay. And how would you like to feel? What would be a desired state?
I like to think I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay. Do you know what you're going
I
to
do
do?
it consciously rather than unconsciously.
Yeah.
As I
Okay.
do the steps, I pass the exams, but I
Yeah.
just don't feel confident
Yeah.
in them.
Is that a good desired state? Would you be happy with that as a coach if someone told you desired state, I don't feel confident? And is that not what we mentioned yesterday about the client backtracking and telling you how they don't want to feel? And the thing is, you'll find that as a result of going back to that desired state and outcome with your clients, sometimes it can be frustrating for them because you're guiding them back. The key is you've got to be firm and bring them back to what they want really. So you've got to push them back to going into the exam. How do you want to feel?
I want to feel capable of dancing the steps and looking good doing it.
Okay, okay. You want to feel capable, okay. And what, as an outcome, so have you felt capable going into this situation?
The outcome is to get honours.
Okay, okay. Have you felt capable before? Have you ever had the feelings before? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have felt that before?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And it's always useful to find if they've got a reference to work with, a time that they've felt that way in that situation, in a similar or the same environment. If they haven't, then find the nearest thing to that. If they can't find the nearest thing to that, then keep working until they find an association they think is going to be useful for them in that situation. Okay? Because you'll find that sometimes you're working with people and you'll say, okay, I want to be confident, for example, delivering a presentation. Have you been confident delivering a presentation before? They might say, well, no. Okay, have you been confident in any other area of your life? Because you can transfer resources across, and they might still say no. Okay, think of someone who is confident. How do you think they think or feel? So there's no get out really. You will find a state, because everyone's capable of getting into a certain state as and when necessary. Okay. Then what we want to do is we want to identify the situation. So we've sort of identified the situation, but what we want to do is get even more specific. It's always good to be really specific because you really start focusing on the situation as it is. So time, have you got a day, time when this dance exam is on?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
December the 5th.
December the 5th, okay. Evening, morning?
It's morning.
Morning, okay. Okay. Sure, okay. And so the resource that you would want going into this, you mentioned capable. How would you, what resource would capable be? How would you describe the resource, the state of mind that you would want?
Remembering the steps.
Okay.
Remembering the steps and remembering to keep my posture throughout the dance.
Okay. Okay, so, and what, that's an outcome.
Yeah.
Remembering the steps and posture. What state would you have to be in to do that?
Quite relaxed actually.
Okay, okay. And great, so that's the state of mind. Now, the key is that I think it's always useful to guide the client into making their own decisions and their own choices. Because if we sort of jump in and start putting things in their mind, how they should and shouldn't think and feel, then it starts seeing it from our frame of reference. So in the situation, your client, well, if they sort of tell you how they think they want to go into this event, or what they think might be right for them, keep guiding them until you get an answer. Okay, so we'll run with relaxed, and we'll run with the outcome that you're aiming for. Okay, so we do what we call the ecology check, consequences. So if we fast track to this situation, this dance exam on the 5th,
Yeah.
if you could go into this exam feeling really relaxed, would you take it?
Yes.
Would you happy with that? Okay. And it's always good to do an ecology check really, just to see if it's appropriate for that situation. Is that mental state appropriate for that situation really? Okay. Is there a time that you've had that resource where you felt relaxed?
Not in dancing, no. But
Okay, sure.
not in dancing. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Yes, I have.
You have, yeah.
Yes.
Is that after a few wines or?
No, you can't drink and dance.
One way of getting relaxed, don't
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you actually have felt relaxed going into a dance situation.
Yeah.
Okay. And how did it go?
Very well.
Okay. It's always useful to explore a little bit more, because if your client, for example, has experienced that state before and it hasn't gone well, then it might not give the appropriate result. So, we're going to think of a kinesthetic anchor that you can apply. Okay. We mentioned earlier the wristband, thumb and finger. What's something that you could do, Mike, that's discreet in your world? That, well, you might not want it to be discreet, but what's something that you feel comfortable with going in there that could just be a light switch to turn that relaxed state?
It's not very discreet, but probably to fix my mind getting into hold.
Okay. Okay, so as soon as you go into the hold position,
Yeah.
okay. Have we got any volunteers so Mike can do his hold position? Yeah. We've got a test fire.
Said you might not like it.
Go
Okay.
on, Jim.
I've got 2 left feet.
Yeah, it can't be Andy, it's too tall.
Okay.
But actually, I don't need a person there to do it. I don't have to actually do it on
Yeah.
my own anyway, so it's not.
Okay. So before you go out then, do your routine.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring you back to that time when you're really relaxed in your mind. You're going to go back there and you're going to experience those feelings and resources. Because the mind can't tell the difference between a real experience and one that's not real. If you think of watching a scary film, you know it's not real, but your heart still starts beating really, really quickly. The way the mind processes things, reality and non-reality, is very, very fine line. Yet we can recall those feelings fairly vividly, fairly easily. So the key is really to bring your client to a situation where they have experienced those resources. Now, what we do is once they connect to that experience, then we press our anchor or associate our anchor, and we hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds till it gets to about, on a scale of 1 to 10, at 9, then we can release the anchor. And then what will happen, there'll be a neurological connection between the kinesthetic anchor, or the anchor, and the feeling. There was an experiment done, has anyone heard of the Pavlov dog experiment? Okay, so they'd ring the bell, food would come, it'd come out to get his food, and then when they took the food away and they rang the bell, the dog would still come out to eat, because it built an association to ring the bell and food. So we're anchored in the same way, we build associations. So the key is to get your client to experience that situation. Once they've connected to the experience, then the timing of the anchor, they connect, they hold, and then what we do in between, we break state, which is key. In between, because we don't want them to carry those resources through. So once we've done the association once, we break their state. One of the things I do to break state as I get them to, it's like wiping the mind clear again, is I say, what's your phone number backwards? And it's got to stop, think, and it sort of unscrambles those feelings and emotions. And we run through that 3 or 4 times, and then you can give them some work to do away from working with you to carry on doing that. And the anchor will begin to stack, and they'll start building an association to those feelings. So whenever they need to be in that state of mind, they can access it fairly rapidly. So we're going to go through the process, okay, a couple of 2 or 3 times, and we're going to start getting a neurological this. You can use it with teams, with sporting teams. I get them to do a huddle before a game, and that's their anchor to go in there and play at the levels that they can play. Even teams, even sales teams now, do sometimes a huddle on a Monday morning to get in the right state, to get them through the week or the day in a resource. So you can use this in different environments. Self-goal, breathing in and out. And I want you to go back to that time when you were really relaxed and you did really well in dance. So really relax and just let yourself go. Okay, and just notice where you are, the colours around you, the colours of what you're wearing, people around you, any sounds, anyone saying anything, any feelings, where the feelings are. Okay, As soon as you connect to that experience, okay, just begin your anchor. Okay. Okay, now I want you to intensify those feelings. Okay, notice where you are, the feelings, sights, sounds, and really intensify the feelings. And as soon as you're on a scale of 1 to 10, on a scale of 1 to 10 at 9, with 10 being high, just release the anchor. Okay, and just gradually coming back to the here and now in your own time, own pace. And just thinking your phone number backwards to break state. Okay. Were you able to access the actual resources? Did you go back there?
Yes.
Okay, did anyone see a physiological shift in my, different?
The shoulders were.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So how did it feel like to go back to that state?
Pretty good, very good actually.
Yeah, okay. Okay, and we can repeat that process a couple of more times, and then what will happen is there will be a neurological link. Sometimes when the emotion is that powerful and that intense, there's a neurological link straight away. There's a development straight away. It happens fairly automatically. Yeah, I always tell people, keep stacking it. Whenever if you have got an anchor and you do a good thing, something really, really good, then press it and keep building it, keep building it. There'll be a time when you do need it, that's for sure. And the key is for us to build it, the connection. But I'm going to just go through it again. So I want to really relax. Big breath in. Okay. And I want you to once again just go back to that time when you experienced the relaxed state. Okay. Notice where you are, how you felt, what you saw, any sounds, any feelings, any colours around you. And once you go back to that time, utilise your anchor, connect it to your anchor, and hold, and really recreate feelings like you're there in the here and now. Notice what you see, you hear, you feel. Okay, and just release. Okay, and back to the here and now. If I'm going backwards, could you go back there again?
Yes.
Yeah, how does it feel to go back?
Better than last time.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, I'm going to just run through that one more time with you. So if I'm going backwards, break state. We want to wipe the mind clear of any feelings that are going to carry over. Once again, breathing in and out, and I want you to go back to that time. Okay, so really relax. I want you to go back to that time when you felt completely relaxed in the environment. And once you're there, once you see, hear and feel, and just connect to the anchor. And hold. And really experience the feelings and let them intensify. That's what you see, you hear and you feel. And really, really the experience like happening here and now. You're there. Notice any colours, sounds, and just release. What we do is we future pace. Okay. We actually future pace. The reason we future pace, we want to put it to the test. Okay, and the way to future pace, we use the mind, we use visualization. So what we do, in this situation, we get Mike to think of the event in their mind, or in his mind, okay, and then he uses his anchor and he sees if he can access that resource, which is key. The key is to be able to future pace, which is quite a powerful technique. So I'm going to get you to relax and just future pace, just closing your eyes. And I want you to imagine, okay, I want you to imagine it's the 5th of December, you're getting up in the morning, and you're on the way to this dance exam. Okay, you're there, okay, you arrive, and it's your turn to dance. And just notice how you feel, think, and notice how you feel going into this exam in a relaxed state. Okay. And just come back to the here and now in your own time. Were you able to connect to the actual, did the feeling come back when you?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone knows the physiological change as well. Going into what I mentioned, the future pacing, physiologically you change when you come into that situation as well. So you could access the resources by doing the anchor.